Yo, welcome back to episode 3. In today's video vlog kind of style, we're going to go over reasons for training, my weights, and then a conditioning session as well. It's going to be pretty short and sharp, just to show you how prep's going at the moment. 3 weeks into this prep so far. I think we're currently about 8 weeks out now, as we hit bank holiday today. So it's Monday the 26th today of August. So yeah, I reckon we're about 8 weeks out from Birmingham Hyrox to start men's doubles, and we all might also be doing mixed doubles on the same weekend as well, which could be really interesting because I could be absolutely knackered. So it'll be interesting to see what that's about. But I'm going to sit down and go through the reasons on why we're doing Hyrox, why we've led from a 70.3 to doing Hyrox to bodybuilding from before, playing rugby, etc, etc. So I'll see you in another location. Let's go. Picked up this hoodie from Selfridges. I've seen it on my Instagram. I'll link that here. It's a Cole Buxton. Couple of zips, you can mix it around, open at the bottom, pretty cool. Starting with some straight leg cargos, code JOSHH from Gymshark, some Campus, and then just a Pure Sport tee with a Zara bag. So the reason for wanting to do Hyrox is mainly because it fits into all of my training, and it also means that I'm able to hit my strengths. Obviously the 70.3 wasn't a strength of mine to do 3 different disciplines that I've never really done before. However, I'm going to start swimming up again, so that's going to come into these vlogs for sure. But in terms of a Hyrox, strength, running, speed, like that's my bag from rugby. So going back to when I first started sport, etc., like rugby was always my thing from like when I was 6 up until around 18, 19. And then moving on from when I was like 18, 19, I was at university, and then starting Instagram at 21. It's been a massive focus of just like different training, trying to work out what's best for me around rugby. But then since quitting rugby, did bodybuilding, went into like a photo shoot prep, absolutely hated that, so wouldn't do that again to start. I'd do a show maybe one day, but nothing for a while, obviously. And then obviously recently, 70.3, moving into Hyrox. So if you follow the channel already, you'll know that we documented the whole 70.3 from day one up until race day, documenting the whole thing, how I've gone from like a beginner to completing it in a reasonable time, I'd say. So if you haven't already, go check that out. So now that 70.3 chapter is complete, that brings us here today for this Hyrox. So finding this so far, for me, I personally feel like I need to lose a little bit of weight. I'm currently 91 kg. So I feel like if I can trim down, it's going to help me with my running. As long as the strength work stays exactly the same, we should be absolutely fine in all of that. But also along with that as well is the last 2 weeks of training have been great so far. The only problem is obviously moving to a new city, finding a gym that actually works for me in terms of having everything I need, as well as the machines to grow the muscle, but also the Hyrox and hybrid kind of vibe as well. So obviously we started off at Hale, traveling there every day to train. So that's why we're currently using the city centre JD, which has been absolutely perfect for what we need to do. So moving around carbs and with food within this prep as well. Obviously I've been adding a lot of fruit into my diet recently, but changing that up, I'm still going to keep all of that in. I just feel like my body and my physique feels a little bit flat at the moment. So that's why I'm going to be adding in carbs. And that's why it's good to, one, not always track your calories and overall foods, but just keeping an eye on your diet and how it's working for you specifically. And that's why having a tailored meal plan is really, really important. So if you're looking to improve your overall physique, your nutrition, and your overall training, I offer one-to-one coaching. I'll drop that Instagram here. Check that out. And it basically offers like one-to-one coaching, nutritional and training plans, all specific to you and your lifestyle, routine, and your overall goal in terms of wanting to become a better athlete. But yeah, let's get on with the video. So in today's episode of this prep, we're going to be heading over to JD. We're also then going to be training weights as well as conditioning, and allowing myself to still show you guys how I'm doing weights. But obviously we're not going to show too much of that. I mentioned this in the last video, that you've seen so many montages on gym that it's really not that, what's the word, how you say, you all know what it is basically without me having to explain everything. So if you do want to see something like that, let me know, because it might have changed. But in terms of the workout, it's a spicy one. It's on the new program that I built for myself last week in the last video, and I'll see you at the gym. Sick. So finally made it to the gym that I'm gonna stay at now. This is JD Gyms in central Manchester. I'm gonna go over the weight session first before hitting a conditioning session in prep 3, week 3 of this Hyrox prep. Looking forward to it. So start off Smith incline bench. I'm really working on my upper chest as much as possible. As you know, strength is a massive part of Hyrox as well. But for me, hypertrophy in my training is just as important. And then we'll go on to a few other movements. I'm not going to vlog the whole thing for this. The main part of this session will be over on the conditioning part, and we'll go from there. Let's go. Sweet, so that is weights done. We're going to head over to ski now. It's going to be 250 meter ski. It's just 10 press ups. Sounds really easy, but no rest, six sets. And honestly, it's absolutely solid. So you can take H through it now and see how we get on. Let's go. 6 rounds of that, honestly spicy. You don't realise how hard that actually is. But yeah, give it a go. All in the description. See you back at home. Oh Christ. Yo, good morning. So yesterday we mentioned that we're gonna get back in the pool. I put some on my Instagram story recently, and it was more because I feel that once I finished my 70.3, I was like, thank God I haven't got to swim again. But I've actually missed it so much. Like, it's such a good way of like getting extra cardio in. It helped with my running so much as well. Like, I actually thought I was 10 times fitter when I was swimming, you know, twice, 3 times a week, than when I stopped swimming and then just ran. So obviously breath work, all that kind of stuff, it really does help so much. So we're gonna go over to the aquatic centre, which is just over there, and get some lengths in. I think it's a 50 metre pool. It was used in the Commonwealth, I'm not too sure when, 2008 or something, but obviously now it's like the university's swimming pool. So we're gonna go in there, gonna try that out. Won't obviously be able to film a lot in there, I'm pretty sure of that already, but then I will catch you after the session. Let's go. So far, 100, 50, 100, 150, 200 twice. So one more round, 1500 metres done. It's going well, let's get it. So that is swim complete. Overall, quite happy with it. My watch is annoying me though, because I think when I was swimming before at my old place, it was 25 metre lengths. Obviously that's a 50 metre pool, it's massive. You don't realise how much further you're swimming. So my watch wasn't always like tracking it as well as it could. I'm also tempted to swap out this watch and go for an Apple Watch Ultra instead, just because overall lifestyle, it just looks better. But yeah, I'm not too sure. Let me know down in the comments what you think's better, a Garmin Fenix 7 or an Apple Watch Ultra 2, because it's between those two and what one I want to get. As I'm not doing an Ironman now, I don't feel like I definitely need a Garmin, and I'm not using the Garmin Connect. I don't use that at all. And obviously Apple, I have everything Apple, so it makes more sense, right? But yeah, that is pretty much how training is going at the moment. Not much food in this video. If you want to see more food, let me know. Drop it down in the comments as well. But thank you ever so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.